Pick 8. Another player similar to Parrish that I think people are starting to lose sight of how good he was at his peak. Callum Mills. Um, I think the thing that gets him above Parrish here is the versatility. Started as a backman, still pretty proficient down there, mainly a midfielder now. But in 2021 and 2022, he was unreal in the middle, like so good. And people are starting to forget that now because he's been injured a bit, been in and out of there. But yeah, been their captain or co-captain since 2022. This year was his first as standalone, I believe. One-time All-Australian, one-time Best and Fairest, rising star from this class as well. I think I picked Heppel at 8 last week. So all the rising stars seem to be landing at 8. But yeah, no, I think if he gets a run at it, he'll be fantastic next year. He was shaky when he got back this year, midway through, but he started playing really well until he got re-injured in that qualifying final. So yeah, hopefully he has a full year next year, and I think if he does, he'll be really good. He was originally taken at pick 3 by the Swans, an academy product, so he stays at the Swans. But yeah, has dropped a bit, but still a very good player. Pick 7, one of his teammates, Tom Papley. As far as small forwards go, Paps is certainly the best this draft has to offer by quite a margin. But he's been pretty consistently one of the better smalls in the comp. 293 goals in 184 games, so always good for one at least, but certainly has the ability to impact further, really pile it on when they need it. We've seen that so many times from him before. He's always ready to drop a bag of 4 on our heads after a stretch of 1 goal outings, 2 goal outings. But yeah, 3-time leading goal kicker at the Swans, 1-time All Australian. I wish he was at Carlton right now. It still eats me up ever so slightly. But in this redraft, he goes to the Gold Coast Suns. He was taken to pick 14 in the rookie draft in 2015. Goes to the Suns. I think they'd love him so much. Off the top of my head, I haven't really researched this. I don't think they've ever really had that proper impactful small forward. And he is that. So, geez, they'd love to have him, especially going into this new era now where they're starting to fill out that team. It's starting to come together really nicely. I think he'd just about be their best forward right now. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, pick 6, Josh Dunkley. It's very funny that this one comes straight after we've spoken about Papley and Mills because the Swans famously passed on him as a father-son. But such a good midfielder, Josh Dunkley. 2-time premiership player at 2 different clubs. Famously beat the Swans in both those games. Just the one best and fairest at the Dogs. But he's been pretty consistently elite for maybe 5 or 6 years now. Just a really good, really reliable defensive midfielder. Purely from a Carlton perspective, because that's what I know best, obviously. I don't think there's a player over the last few years who, not that I've necessarily been scared of, but has frustrated me as an opposition fan as much as Dunks. For the specific reason that it feels like every time we play the Brisbane Lions, he knows how to shut down Patrick Cripps, and it's so annoying because we've relied on him so much in the past. They're also probably the side we've struggled against the most over the last 3 or 4 years, so there's a little bit of trauma there. But nonetheless, taking a pick 25 by the Western Bulldogs, was passed on by the Swans, as I said, goes to the Giants in this redraft. And boy, that midfield would be even more stacked with him. Dunkley, Green, Kelly, Cornelio, Callahan. I don't know if they're necessarily lacking anything in that midfield that Dunkley would necessarily bring in, but it'd be nice for them, for sure. They'd be unstoppable.